Hey guys, it's Cugsley, and welcome back to another video. So, this is a little different than what I usually make, what with it being SCP stuff. That's like the second time I've said that in the past 3 videos, but whatever. And so, this is actually a response to a comment that someone left me, so it's not going to be too long. It was on my video showing my very first SCP creation on LittleBigPlanet. So, the question by Grismark was, how much better is Dreams than LBP3 in your opinion? Like, what's vastly improved? And, so if we're just comparing Dreams to LBP3, then Dreams is infinitely better, I think. Because LBP3 didn't really add anything new to the table, and it kind of got rid of a few things, too. And I'll elaborate on that. So, what I mean by that is, if we're comparing Dreams just to LBP3, then, well, yeah, no. By a long shot, Dreams is far, far superior. But let's forget LBP3 existed, and it was just LBP2 and LBP1 and Card. I would say that it's kind of a little more gray, right? Because it could be argued that Dreams is better, and it can be argued that LBP is better. Because the way I see it is they both offer very different things. And the reason LBP3 isn't part of that is because the things that LBP2 and 1 kind of, bring up, that the best side of them is kind of lost on that new game. And that thing is a charm. So when I played LBP2, which was my childhood, that was what I grew up on. This whole reason why I got into this stuff is when I played that, it had a lot of personality to it, right? It had that unique style, and it had that, I don't know how to explain it. It just had a thing about it. It had a lot of personality, right? Like, the story mode had so much love put into it, right? And the community that was pretty cool. It was just really nice playing that game. There was a lot, like, the Sackboy, the style, like, everything in LBP had a specific style to it, right? Because you're basically using the same materials and the same assets, right? And where that differs from Dreams is that in Dreams, you make everything yourself, right? So if you play, Do Robots Dream of Electric Imps? That's a vastly different, art style, different gameplay, different everything than Art Therapy, right? Or different than Ball World Adventures Part 1. And so you see how, like, those are different, right? And each and every single level in here has its own style, its own charm, its own personality. But with LBP, because of the fact that you had, different materials you could choose from, but aside from the materials, you had all these pre-made assets. You had the stickers, you had the decorations, you had a bunch of, little objects, right, that you could use. And most levels that kind of just worked off of that, they all had the basic things, and they shared this charm together. They had this collective personality, had this aesthetic, and it created this atmosphere that was unique to LBP. And so I think that's where it gets a little gray, because on one hand, LBP, if you're talking about the feeling, the charm, the personality, the atmosphere of it, I think LBP is far better than Dreams in that sense, because in Dreams, it's an amazing game, but it doesn't quite do what LBP does in that sense. But if we're talking about creative freedom, which is where Dreams has vastly improved on that it is far better in every single way. So, in LBP, you saw my first creation, and, well, I mean, it can be argued, at best it was okay. I mean, I tried. I'd like to think I did a pretty good job, but probably not. But no, in all seriousness, you saw how I fought trying to make my idea come to life. And there are a lot of restrictions in that game, and there's a type of style that you're kind of stuck doing, which is 2.5D platformer, or I guess a very, I'm not sure what you would call stuff like that zombie survival game, where it's top-down 3D. I don't quite know what you'd call that. Maybe I called it that right now, top-down. I don't know. But you're stuck to a specific style, either specific art style, specific gameplay. But with Dreams, you have so many more opportunities to make whatever you want. Like, if I search, I don't know, let's do Dragon Ball Z, or let's just do Dragon and see what comes up, because I don't feel like spending too much time typing. So you have like this, that's cool, and then you have something completely different, Spyro, that's cool, a little remake there. And you go a little further down and you have a bunch of different things like, look at that, that's amazing. And you have all these different creations, and so many people can make their own different things. And they get to choose what it looks like, how it acts. Do they want to make a 2D level? Do they want to make a 3D level, right? So Dreams has so many more opportunities. And in that sense, I think it blows the entire LBP franchise out of the water. Because no matter what you try to do in LBP, 1 or 2 or 3, you're not going to have the creative freedom that you have here. Like, I couldn't make this. Even some of the most simple things, like, I don't know, let's search Wario. Even the most simple things in here, like Wario commits tax fraud, that doesn't sound too simple, but that's what I'm going with. You can make that in LVP, at least not the way they made this here. And so, you kind of see how it differs there. So, to really answer your question, how much better is Dreams in LBP 3? Infinitely better. And in your opinion, what's vastly improved? And I would say the opportunity to create your visions, your own, well, you know where they got the name from, your own dreams. So that's what I think is better, and I wanted to make this video because I just felt it'd be cool to kind of give my 2 cents on that. And yeah, so with that, if you haven't gotten either game and you're kind of looking for something, I would suggest, depending on what you're looking for, if you want a game that is easier to create in, and maybe a starter, and you have a lot of money to spare, given that you'd have to buy that and then this later, depending on what you're trying to do, LBP 2 especially is a great start, even LBP 3 and all its glitches, right? That's a great start for like simple kind of stuff. And LBP 2 especially, if you want to have more of just like the atmosphere and more of, you know, that charm that comes with it. I'm saying that word a lot, but that's kind of what brought me into it, right? If you want that, I'd go for LBP. But if you want to have creative freedom and make whatever you want, I would go for this. Beware, there's a learning curve, right? And if I hadn't played LBP, I would have had so much more struggle. Like, it would have been a lot harder to do this stuff. Not impossible. People have done it. Many people have done it, right? But that's where I'm at. So, I think both LBP 2 and this game are amazing in their own special ways. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and it's, what, 8 minutes? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so I'm going to get off now. Yeah, see you guys in the next video. I hope that answered your question, and if you guys have any more comments, you know, questions on, I don't know, updates, logic, styles, opinions even, as this comment shown, let me know and I can, you know, I want to make a video on it. So, with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.